Three, two, one. Broadcasting tape delayed from Las Vegas, Nevada, where gambling and the mob originated. The Sports Economy Show is on. I'm Bill, this is JP here, and we're here to pump you up. Today is, folks, sports gambling and the fixing of sports gambling. We're going back into the past and looking at some things that make you go, that was odd. Like a player who's played 10,000 games in the outfield all of a sudden misses an important fly ball.
Yeah.
Who knew? A quarterback who just happens to throw 2 interceptions to the same guy who's wide open and nobody knows why. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from 1 to 5, but we're counting backwards. Now, number 1 is the least of them, but the number 5th one, number 5 is our all-time favorite of that was rigged.
Yeah.
Right, JP?
Something all right with that. Yeah.
That's right. All right, so I'm going to start off with my number 1, which goes back into the past of sports gambling's always been rigged. The 1940s, 1950s New York City gambling ring in which the mob was paying college players to shave points. There were a lot of players arrested. I don't know what kind of sentences they got. The University of Kentucky had to forfeit their 1951 season. So this is things that go on. Gambling's been around for a long time, and it's always rigged. So tell us your number 1 there, JP, as we move along. We got to move pretty quick because this could take 2 hours.
Yeah. So my first one I'm going to bring up is, you know who I think is the GOAT. All sports, the GOAT. Mr. Michael
Jordan. The man who still has his logo on everybody's clothing.
Oh. So Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Jordan. I didn't know his middle name was Jeffrey.
That is his middle name.
Okay.
So essentially, Michael Jordan, Game 6 is his last year with Chicago Bulls. Everybody knows it. And Michael Jordan gets the steal. Chicago trails by 1. 6 seconds left. Michael Jordan fakes going in for a drive and pulls up. And in order to get space, he literally takes his hand, pulls Byron Russell 5 feet away, and then stands there, slowly pulls the jumper. No foul called on Michael Jordan, because if there was, the game would pretty much be over. And he just swishes it. And then there's Bob Costas saying that quite possibly could be the final shot in the historic greatest player of the NBA, Michael Jordan.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
He gets Brian Russell with a quick crossover. Look at Brian Russell slips, and Michael pulls up and buries the shot to give him a 1-point lead.
That may have been.
And if you're going to tell me that ref, who was standing literally 5 feet away, didn't swallow his whistle, come on.
He wasn't calling that foul no matter what happened. But hey, worst happens, they would have had to go to a Game 7.
Yeah. Well, no. They did go to it was over.
Yeah.
But,
Michael, from what I understand, I believe Michael Jordan never played in a Game 7.
No, he sure didn't.
He didn't have to, because he's the greatest player.
Once against Indiana. That was it.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
One time.
Never in the finals.
Never in the finals. All right. My number two, from my home state of Missouri. The infamous 1990 Mizzou game against the Colorado Buffaloes, in which Missouri was going down for a touchdown to win the game. And lo and behold, they got 5 downs to score a touchdown. These refs know better than that. How did one ref talk them all into saying, they didn't have. This is still the fourth down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What always blew me away with that is none of the staffs on the other teams were like, hey, I think this is the fifth down. Nobody said it. The linesmen were all like, yeah, it's fourth down. Nobody said anything.
What happened is that one ref probably convinced them all, hey, you don't know what you're seeing here. I know.
Was it just the ref? Or were others convinced as well?
Oh, a conspiracy theory amongst the entire Missouri. It was played in Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll move on to my number 2. The second GOAT, even though I was not a big fan of his, but he gets much respect, is touchdown Tom Brady.
Oh, I thought you were going to say LeBron.
No. But here's what I'm going to say. There may be a chance that people would have completely forgotten about him if this play actually went the way it should have. And I'm talking about in 2001 playoffs, the New England Patriots were a heavy underdog to the Oakland Raiders, even though they had the home field advantage. They had a better record for the year. And they were playing in a damn blizzard in New England. The Raiders led the game by 3. And New England's driving. There's under 2 minutes left. Charles Woodson comes from the edge of the line, comes directly at Tom Brady. Tom Brady starts to throw the ball and then realizes he's going to get hit and kind of just pulls it to himself, gets hit, fumbles. Raiders recover. The game's over. Raiders are moving on to the AFC Championship game.
Oh, and but wait.
Yeah. Then the refs start replaying this fumble and realize, hey, what Brady actually did was some form of a forward pass.
Continuation of the pass.
Bring it in like to throw it again, and he got hit, and thus the tuck rule began.
Blitz. Lost the football. It's on the ground. Covered by the Raiders.
The quarterback's arm was going forward. It is an incomplete pass.
Well, there's no doubt his arm was going forward.
Sure. But
the tuck rule actually had existed for years, but they never called it. It was always a fumble until this day. And many people believe it was called because, you know what? It was the Oakland Raiders, and the NFL always had it out for the Oakland Raiders. And then
always
it also began the dynasty of the New England Patriots.
Yes, I know all that. You don't have to remind me of what happened in the next game. Thank you very much.
Oh, you don't have to remind me because before they beat the Rams, they beat the Steelers to get to the Super Bowl.
Oh, so, good. It was just a terrible postseason for all of us.
Yeah, it was. Hell with that damn postseason. All right, you're number 3.
Number 3, the 2010 Detroit Tigers. There was a baseball pitcher named Armando Galarraga pitching a perfect game. Not a no-hitter, a perfect game. The last batter gets up, hits a ground ball into the infield, throws it to the first baseman. To everybody watching just without replay than the naked eye, he was out. But no, what does Jim Joyce, the umpire, say? He's safe. There goes the perfect game. People were yelling and hollering.
At that time, they did not have replay for the MLB then.
No,
they had replay for the television, but there was no overturned calls in the MLB.
That's true. But they did have cell phones in 2010, and they did have gamblers on the other end of that line.
Yes, they did. Something wasn't right with that.
How do you know that somewhere about the 6th inning, somebody didn't send a text saying, there will be no perfect game, right, Jim? Right.
Right. and he was clearly out.
He was clearly out. I mean, like I say, you could have seen it. Now, he was upset and apologized later, but that didn't matter. He got his money.
You know, and everything after that always makes it seem like it was on the up and up. And most of these things, we're just throwing it out.
Yeah.
These are things, you know, we bring this up because of the whole, you know, the Cleveland and the Indians had a few pitchers.
Yeah.
We just start the game with a random outside pitch out of nowhere.
That's right.
And, you know, so look, we're not saying that all these things are conspiracies, but you just got to look at it and go, something ain't right.
Yeah, I tell you what, if I'm an umpire, I'm calling the dude out. I don't care if he's already in the outfield down the first base line. He's out.
No doubt. You're gonna have to be well past that base before I call you safe.
It would have to be a clear base hit.
That's right.
That's right. Where I can't get away with it, you know.
The runner goes past the base. Boom.
Yeah.
Here comes the ball. Boom. He's out. He's out. That's the way I see it. Perfect game. All right, my number 3, I got like a 3A and 3B, right? Because they're pretty much the same thing. Both of them were happening in the World Series. They happened back-to-back years. Both of them happened in Game 6. And they both had plays that resulted in basically the end of the game-changing result going to Game 7. And the team that was leading in Game 6 ended up losing. So, 1986, of course, is the New York Mets. We were down by 2 going into the 9th to the Boston Red Sox. Everything seemed like it was over. 2 outs, nobody on. We get some base hits, scrounge up a run. And then the next thing you know, we get a guy on third in the pass ball. We get the tying run. And here comes Mookie Wilson, and Ray Knight is on second base. And Mookie Wilson basically grounds the ball out. Inning should have been over. We should have.
It's a ground out to first base.
Right. You know, a little roller down the first base line, as Vince Scully would say.
That's right.
And, you know, behind the bag, and Buckner goes behind Buckner.
His exact phrase was, "It gets through Buckner."
Yes, that's right.
That's exactly was the phrase.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
And here's the thing, Bill Buckner. They used to take Bill Buckner out because he was an old man now. He was a great player once, but he was an old man.
Yeah.
His defensive skills were not that great. They wanted him on the field to win the World Series, to be on the field when they won the World Series. So they kept him in. That's what they say, right?
That's what they say.
As a Mets fan, I am truly grateful, right? Yeah. But that makes you go, All those things happen. Ball goes in between the legs. Mets win Game 6, move on, win Game 7. Mets historical 1986 victory. 1985 was even worse. The Cardinals are one
thank
out
you
away
for bringing this up.
Winning the World Series, 1 out away. They call the man who would have been the 3rd out in Game 6 safe when he was a foot away from being safe.
Yes.
Little squibber to the right side. Worrell races over to cover. The throw doesn't get him. Worrell got to the bag in an argument here, and here comes Herzog. From that angle, let's take a look from this one. Again, Clark with the toss. Oh, yes.
Yes.
It was he was clearly out. The referee standing right there literally said he was safe. There was no replay.
There's no replay.
This
there's only argument from the manager. That's
right.
it.
But clearly on TV, everyone saw it.
Yeah.
He was out. The World Series should have been over. The
Let me tell you his
Royals
name.
rally, scored 2 runs in that inning and win.
Yes.
Game 7, Brett Saberhagen comes out there, throws a gem, and then the Cardinals' hopes were dashed. It was completely bogus, and I really felt bad for the Cardinals that year.
Yeah.
But
you me tell you the ump's name?
you know the guy's name?
Don Dinkinger.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, he will forever live in lore in St. Louis.
If that happens today,
yeah,
and they couldn't overturn it, that would make you go, something won't right with that. Right?
Like I say, they were shaving points in the 1940s.
All right, you're number 2. Well, you're number 4.
Number 4, the NOLA no call. A minute and 45 seconds left in the game. On the 10, the pass goes to the 10-yard line about. And all of a sudden, a Los Angeles Rams player comes and just knocks the Saints player out to where he can't catch the ball. The ball is literally behind the defender when he hits him. And there's a ref standing about 10 feet away looking at him. You can see it in the video. No call.
10. Quick snap. Breeze. Pass is incomplete. No flag for Tommy Lee Lewis. Nikel Roby-Coleman delivered a hit. And the two officials talk to each other. Crowd's going crazy as there's no flag right on the Saints sideline. Well, if Nikel...
The Rams go on to win and go to the Super Bowl.
Everyone involved in the play looked around like, what just happened?
What just happened?
There was no flag? No flag.
Yeah.
No flag.
This was in 2019. This wasn't ancient history. This was 2019.
No, yeah.
You know, the internet existed.
Everyone saw it.
Everyone saw it.
Apparently except the refs.
Who was looking at it, but hey.
Right. Literally, you just plowed them over.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Did he have some deal on the Saints? We're going to lose that game?
I think he had the points.
I don't know that ref's name.
No. All right, my next one pains me to say. Picture this. Super Bowl 30. The third matchup of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. And this time the Dallas Cowboys were the favorite team, unlike in the 70s.
Yeah.
And they were trying to be a dynasty.
This Super Bowl was hyped too. Hyped more than most.
It was. The Steelers were not really a Super Bowl, a team that should have been in the Super Bowl, but the AFC was down at that time. So they got there, they hung in there, they were scrappy, and they were down to a one-score game. Steelers start driving. We think we're going to tie the game up or take the lead. And what happens? Neil O'Donnell just throws it to the Dallas defender who's just standing there and not even covering anybody.
He's not covering anybody.
It's an easy interception. Easy interception. This is in the second half now, right? So Larry Brown runs the ball almost all the way back for a touchdown, gets stopped. Dallas scores the easy touchdown. Now we're behind by 10, right? So here we go again. The Steelers claw back, get the damn game to less than, I think it was like a 4-point lead then. And we're now driving for the winning touchdown with like 4 minutes left. And what does Neil O'Donnell do? He throws it again to the same dude, not covering anyone. Just standing.
Was it in the same part of the field?
Well, I think it was it was like
I think it was
deep. The guy was just playing deep. And literally Neil O'Donnell threw it to him and he blamed the wide receiver for running the wrong route. And I was like, bitch, I don't care how far off he was. He wasn't that far off. And you just basically were, basically making sure you still had all your fingers at the end of that game. That's what that was.
It just slipped. He actually tried to hit a crossing route in my zone and ended up floating right to me. I said I was going to make sure I caught it, and I think at that time I was trying to score this check. And I beat the receiver to the spot, and again, just tried to take it and get it in the end zone from there.
10, out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
And then Dallas goes on to win. The Steelers literally, like, Neil O'Donnell can't show his face in Pittsburgh anymore, so he has to leave. So he was a free agent. The Steelers didn't re-sign him. So where does he go, Bill?
You said the Mafia king of the Mafia capital of the world, New York. Oh, no, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's right. He goes to the Jets. I wonder if one of his buddies in Jersey
owns a trash company.
That's right. Because every NFL team saw this man throw these interceptions.
Yeah.
And what happens? He becomes the starting quarterback for the New York Jets. Something's not right with that.
Something's not right with that.
Yeah.
Hey,
but I'm over it now.
Happens every day in the Super Bowl, you know.
It's only been 30 years, but I'm over it.
I know. Well, I thank you for bringing up that '85 World Series.
Yeah.
And the tuck rule game, which happened to the Rams, and might as well bring up a Christian Laettner story for me.
Well, yeah.
About when a Christian Laettner stomped on a Moo Timberlake's chest in the game, and nothing was called.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Dude's laying on the ground. Old Superboy walks over and stomps on his chest. Nothing. Nobody saw that.
Oh no, you can't. It's Christian Laettner.
That's right.
He's walking in the
Stop it. You're hurting my head. I gotta go.
All right. Our last one.
And we both agreed that this is it. If somebody fixed something, this has to be it.
Yeah. Right. You go ahead and give the details, Bill.
All right. The 2011 World Series, the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
There's 2 outs. The count is 3-2, and David Freese hits a double, triple off the wall. Well, the funny thing about this is the Rangers are playing a no doubles defense, which means you're basically standing right next to the warning track, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Not Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz, I watched the highlight, and Joe Buck, who's narrating the game, says he wasn't playing deep enough for a no doubles defense. And when the ball was hit, he just stared at it for about 2 seconds. And then all of a sudden he starts running and just throws up his glove with this shocked look on his face like, I missed it.
That was it.
That was it.
The Rangers, even in their no doubles defense, allows Freese to hit a double. Reset great power the other way, hit too hard.
What do you think about that? Now remember, this guy has played outfield for 2,000 games.
Yes. Right. And then the one time, like, okay, there's times where the ball gets past the defender.
Yeah.
But never, and I mean never, does the ball ever get hit where they don't have to move.
Yeah.
All he had to do was back up a few feet.
Yeah.
Here we go.
If he was backed by the warning track.
Game over. World Series over. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he had to do.
Yeah.
Take a few steps back. I caught it. Game over.
Yeah.
No. What does he do? First, he does
stops.
like kids in Little League that they stick out there because they can't play. Right?
Yeah.
He literally looks and he goes, oh, the ball's being hit to me. Oh, it's still coming. Oh, it's really coming fast. Oh, no, it's going to go over my head. Well,
And it did go over his head.
It did. It did. They lose. And then, of course, just like the Mets, just like the Cardinals in 85, they end up losing in Game 7. They were up. They were 1 out away. Then they ended up losing. So maybe this was just reverse fortune for the Cardinals. This is basically, you know,
I don't think it had anything to do with fortune. I think Nelson Cruz knew some people who wanted to say, hey, if you got a chance to throw the game, do it.
Yeah. Or they put a bet down, and he probably, I wonder what his batting stats were for that day.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. I wonder what his how many hits he got or strikeouts or whatever in that game. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna bring it to you next time, folks.
But it was clearly something wasn't right with that.
Something wasn't right with that. No.
We all know it when we see it. And something wasn't right with that.
Yep.
So that's all we got, guys.
All right, folks. Remember, like and subscribe because we need $1 gazillion because we're going to Las Vegas and we're going to win on sports gambling because that's where it's at. And obviously, players are willing to cooperate, aren't they, JP?
Well, apparently.
Apparently.
You just got to find the right ones if you're gambling with them.
That's the hard part, you know. Some of them might turn you in. That's kind of rough, too, you know. That's all we got. So long, folks. We do appreciate you liking and subscribing.
So long, everybody.